Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here, welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be doing another what if, and that is what if Naruto acquired the 7 deadly sins powers, part 3. Now as usual guys, if you guys can please like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, leave the bell notification on so you guys can be the first to get my new content, and follow me on Instagram, to which I'll leave the link in the description below. Also I'll leave the previous 2 episodes that were just out, so if you haven't seen it already, go check those ones out in the link in the description and then jump back into this one so you know what's going on. Okay guys, cool. And on that guys, wow, what can I say, looking at the world now, it's pretty bad, man. Especially, yeah, like I didn't realize India was chock-a-block full of the COVID-19, you see. So honestly, to all my Indian fan over there, bro, please guys take care of yourselves. And to everyone around the world, as I state always, if you guys are protesting for the Black Lives Matter, or you guys are doing stuff like that put you in harm's way out in your community, all I state guys is please keep a safe distance, keep yourself in check, and above all, make sure you guys stay safe, okay guys? But yeah, without further ado guys, I talked enough BS. Let's get into this next part of this what if, and that is what if Naruto acquired the 7 deadly sins powers, part 3. So let's begin. So I left this off, practically Naruto, Sasuke and Temari are the finalists in the tournament with the Chunin exams, and that's where we're going to begin. So let's start. So I've noticed that nearly all, or majority of the what-offs that are out right now, no one does the ending to the Chunin exam, okay? No one thinks about the notion of what happened in the Chunin exam, okay? So I'm just going to state for this one, the Chunin exam final is going to be pushed 2 weeks away from now, just so and why is that? Because the Kage wants to reform a plan, like reform a strategy, or get his fighter up to scratch, because 2 fighters are from Konoha, you know. So what happens, the third Hokage agrees, and he allows the Kazekage to go speak with Temari and them and make a battle plan, okay? So as that goes down, Sasuke looks at Naruto and he's like, "Don't you hold back, fool." And Naruto goes, "I will have to hold back when it comes to you, Sasuke." And Sasuke looks at Naruto and goes, "You wait, Naruto, I'll make you eat those words." And Naruto just gets up, he goes, "I didn't mean that in a bad way, Sasuke, come on, I just meaning, like, you just, I'm not being cocky, Sasuke, just don't hedge your bets on thinking you're gonna win. Who knows, that girl Temari might beat us." And Sasuke laughs, turns away and goes, "Huh, see you in 2 weeks, fool." Sasuke gaps it immediately, not caring about Naruto, not caring about anything else but what he needs to do. And when he disappears, of course he finds Kakashi, to which he trains with Kakashi and pushes himself to the point where he starts well, you'll see in the next 2 weeks. But what happens with Naruto, the third Hokage tells Naruto, "I would like you to come with me, Naruto. There's something I need to discuss with you." Naruto goes, "Okay." And so what happens is, when all the Chunin exams said and done and everyone's off in their ways, Gaara's going through like his own mental issue, okay? Because not only is he scared of Naruto, Shikaku is scared of Naruto badly. Shikaku even tells Gaara he is not coming out. "You do not even need to dare use my power." And Gaara's looking at himself like, "When are you scared?" But then Gaara's also scared. All he sees is that purple energy, that symbol on Naruto's head, the fear he felt seeing Naruto's power. Gaara can't explain it, and then just to see that another power, just more explosive, a power that he needed the third Hokage to actually attend, scares the hell out of him too, and that's the power of Escanor, okay? So Gaara is going through his own mind split, whether his bloodlust is anything or nothing at all, and he's going through a notion of, am I going to continue being this way? What am I going to do? So Gaara is pondering a lot of situations, okay? So we'll get back to his situation a little bit later. But back with Naruto and the third Hokage, they sit in the Hokage's office towards the third Hokage, uses a unique jutsu that Naruto had never seen anyone use before. The third Hokage places a seal on the ground, and what ends up happening is the room that they're in turn white. And the third Hokage explains to Naruto, "This is a unique jutsu I created, Naruto. Okay, and just to understand, this is a jutsu that I made up to fit the content of the what if, okay guys? So I hope you understand. The third Hokage goes, "This is Nimpo. Flashing silent sound." Naruto said, "What? Flashing silent sound?" The third Hokage goes, "Yeah, well, I actually haven't thought about a real name. This is actually the first time I actually used this with someone. Normally I just use this to sit down and meditate, so I don't need to hear no one, especially Danzo." Naruto goes, "Why don't you go ninja art, silent white room?" The third Hokage goes, "I like that." And he goes, The third Hokage grabs the scroll, starts to write down, and goes, "Sorry, Naruto, you're not getting no credit for this." And Naruto's like, smacks his head, he goes, "That's how you Kage do it, eh?" And Naruto goes, "So what did you want anyway, Lord Third? To bring me in this white room?" And the third Hokage goes, "Great. Now that you more or less ready." The third Hokage shows Naruto. He closes his eyes and he opens it. And when Naruto sees the third Hokage's eyes, he sees the marking like the angels when they inhabit a human's body. But the difference is, Bushido is a part of the third Hokage. However, his consciousness does not dictate how the third Hokage acts. He's still Hiruzen Sarutobi. You get what I mean? So he has all the archangel's powers in his own body. Okay. So when the third Hokage reveals to Naruto that he actually has a power, Merlin projects herself outside of Naruto and explains to Naruto, "Naruto, what you're looking at?" And Naruto goes, "I understand, I'm not stupid." Naruto walks over and goes, "So which one are you?" And the third Hokage goes, Straight to the point, I see, Naruto. "Well, alright. I am the Archangel. I'm the Archangel blessed with the grace Flash. I think it's Flash. One of my YouTubers told me, so okay, so pretty much a light-based beam." And this shocks Naruto. Naruto goes, "Well, okay, what can you do?" And he goes, "Simple. I can," and he opens his hand and projects the energy around him. Naruto's like, "Wow. Okay." And Naruto goes, "So, why are you here?" And then Merlin explains that from what she gathered, not only are the other three graces in this realm, but also the 10 Commandments. Now she's unsure upon how the 10 Commandments have come into place, because the Demon King, if he wanted to, he can resurrect the other 10 Commandments, you know. So Merlin's unsure how this is going to go, but she just knows they exist. And Merlin tells the third Hokage, what a ripe opportunity. All we need to find is the water grace and the wind grace, and we complete the set. And Naruto's like, "Complete the set?" And then Merlin looks at Naruto and goes, "Come now, Naruto, you haven't realized? The power of Escanor is the grace of sunshine, once held by the mightiest angel, Mael." Naruto's like, I have flashes of that guy. And Merlin goes, "Well, there you go, Naruto." So Naruto gets caught up to speed, and the third Hokage explains to Naruto, from here, he is going to train Naruto. He's going to push Naruto to the max. So Naruto doesn't have any of those incidences when he needs to use Escanor's powers. Because the third Hokage does scold Naruto for using such a dangerous technique. And if the third Hokage didn't react fast, everyone in the stadium will be nearly almost dead from Naruto even just being that way. Neji barely survived. His body's still healing from all the attacks that he got from, well, Naruto. So so Neji's still in the way trying to heal. But so what happens is the third Hokage begins his training with Naruto, to which I'm going to do a 2-week time skip. I'm going to flash all the way back to the Chunin exam finals, okay? Now, what happens is, when the Chunin exam final comes, the Kazekage is standing by Temari, and Temari walks into the stadium. Kakashi appears with Sasuke, but Kakashi and Sasuke both appear as lightning bolts hitting the ground. And if both Sasuke and Kakashi arrive, Sasuke smiles at Kakashi, and Kakashi jumps away. From there, a bright light appears out of nowhere in the middle of the arena, and as that bright light begins to echo and shine really bright, what happens is, as it disappears, out stands Naruto and the third Hokage. And everyone's like, "What the hell?" And what happens is, the Kazekage just can't believe what he just saw. The witness, just that small feat of power itself is incredible. He just baffled. Orochimaru never knew the old man to use such unique techniques. So what happens is, the third Hokage goes back up to the stadium, or goes to the area where the Hokages watch, and the Kazekage go up there too, and from there they begin to watch. Naruto, Sasuke, and Temari are all going to have a three-way battle, to which Naruto's like, "Okay then, I won't hold back." And Sasuke goes, "Yeah, you'll hold back, Naruto. You have no idea what had happened to me over the last 2 weeks. And Naruto goes, let me guess. You grew your hair? Sasuke gets angry at Naruto, closes his eyes and opens it. And when he opens his eyes, he reveals his 3-tomer Sharingan. And when Tamara sees this, she's like, the Sharingan. He's already ready to use that. And she has to be on the game, especially against these two. She thinks that Naruto and Sasuke are near to mid-range fighters. And what happens is that's so not the case, especially for Naruto. So the moment that the practice phase begin, right away Tamara goes to level 3 and does a giant wind scythe jutsu that makes a net of wind, and it almost goes to cut Sasuke and Naruto. And the moment that happens, Sasuke sees this. Sasuke powers up lightning chakra, and when he does it, he blitzes around the entire attack. He jumps on the top of the walls, runs around like a lightning streak. It appears right behind Tamari, ready to throw a punch. But what happened to Sasuke? Naruto appears by Sasuke and he kicks him right in the face. Sasuke didn't even react to Naruto's movements. He just saw Naruto in one place, and Naruto appeared right in front of him, kicking Sasuke right in the face, slamming Sasuke into the wall. And as Sasuke slams into the wall, Tamari sees Naruto in front of him, and he's about to drop and land. And so what she does is she opens her fan to her max level, and does a mean wind style that tries to cut Naruto or blast him away. Naruto easily sees the wind attack, flips around, and what happens is he flies more into the air, and he goes, "Oh, did you expect the attack to hit me?" Naruto smiles, and Naruto clicks his finger, and as he clicks his finger, the sacred spear or sacred treasure, his spirit chesticle, or spirit chesticle, my bad. But tongue tied today, sorry guys. His true spirit chesticle, yeah, he summons it immediately, and this is the real one, not a fake one he creates. This is the real version. And as Tamara sees this, she tries to do a wind star, but Naruto instantly puts the staff right in front of him, and he begins to spin it, making pretty much a barrier. And so when Tamara's wind style hits it, it does nothing. And then Naruto stops the spinning, the rotating spear, and then clicks his finger. And after he clicks his finger, it breaks up into 100 little mini kind of kunai spikes. And he clicks again, and instantly they go from where they were. They blitz Tamari. Tamari tries to jump and dodge and try to use wind style to push them away, but Naruto can pick them up and re-rotate them around. To which this catches Tamari off guard. Tamari tries to do her most powerful wind style jutsu, but ends up getting pinned in the leg by one of Naruto's kunai. And then Sasuke comes and instantly does a Jidori, but instead of stabbing Tamari, he places his hand on Tamari's shoulder, shocking her and making her black out immediately. And as Tamari drops on the ground, the proctor pretty much removes her. She's out. Naruto removes the kunai that was on her leg and pulls it away, and Naruto clicks his finger and turns all those kunais back into the true spirit chesticle. And as Naruto holds it, and Sasuke goes, "Huh, so you got much better with that, I see." And then Sasuke looks at the spear that Naruto has, and Sasuke goes, "Strange, I see no chakra emitting from it at all." And not only that, Naruto is able to fly. I see no chakra. What the hell's happening? And then so Sasuke and Naruto square out. Sasuke goes, "Well, Sasuke, is that the best you got?" Sasuke smiles and goes, "Come at me, Naruto, and you'll see." Naruto blitzes to Sasuke, but Sasuke instantly envelops himself with a little bit of lightning chakra, and they both begin to jump around. And right away, Naruto has made very clear that Sasuke amplifying himself up with lightning makes him pretty fast. And his reaction speed, thanks to his Sharingan, puts him on another level, you know? And so, right off the back, the Taijutsu battle is incredible. But Sasuke feels the strength of Naruto's punches, blows. Every time Sasuke hits Naruto, Naruto can deflect it easy with his strength alone. But Sasuke has the ability to anticipate Naruto's attacks, so this is where lies the danger. Sasuke can anticipate Naruto's attack, but he can't do nothing to affect or hurt Naruto. Naruto can anticipate Sasuke in all facets, but Sasuke is just thanks to his Sharingan, he's able to get through it. And so as Sasuke and Naruto begin to test each other, Sasuke begins to chuck shurikens at Naruto, but ones with fire and explosives. And as he chucks them, Naruto uses the true spirit spear chesticle to deflect it, easy as blocking his way. And then Sasuke goes, huh. Sasuke instantly weaves hand signs and does a lightning stream. But what happens is Naruto didn't realize that Sasuke had chakra threads to all the kunais that are out that he threw at Naruto. And so as he does a lightning jutsu, it goes through all the kunai, making a pretty much a lightning chakra barrier. And as Naruto gets stunned and held in place by the lightning jutsu, Sasuke makes a shadow clone and goes, "Told you this was easy, Naruto." And they both do a lightning blade to each other. They rush at Naruto, and as they rush Naruto at max speed, Naruto smiles and goes, "Really? Do you think this is what you have? You have me." And as Sasuke's lightning chain is about to hit Naruto, Naruto goes, I've had enough. Full metal! And as Naruto does full metal, the lightning chain instantly breaks. Naruto gets out of where he was at and easily destroys the one that is Sasuke, or the fake one anyway. The real Sasuke standing at Naruto, he can't believe how strong he is, so that the real Sasuke powers up even more, and he closes his eyes, and he opens his eyes immediately and does the Sharingan. He uses it to try Genjutsu Naruto, but the moment he Genjutsus Naruto, all he sees is a giant goat symbol in Naruto's mind, and as the goat symbol is taking notice of Sasuke, Sasuke instantly shot out of Naruto's brain. But now he instantly has a headache now, thanks to leaving Naruto's mind. He's like, what the hell? Ugh. He's on the ground feeling the consequences of you just partially being in Naruto's mind. Naruto goes, well, I really enjoyed this fight, Sasuke, and to be honest, you'll always be my rival. But now, I must end this fight. To me, Gideon! And as Naruto goes, Gideon, he summons the hammer that Dian has. And as he does that, the true spear Chesterfield disappears and is replaced by the giant Warhammer Gideon. What's it called? Dian's giant hammer. And as Naruto holds that, this shocks everyone that the weapon just transformed. And then Naruto swings the hammer and hits the ground and he does a massive he goes avalanche. And as Naruto hits the ground, a tidal wave of rocks flood and rush to Sasuke. Sasuke sees this. He manages to dodge the first wave. The second one comes in at max speed. So Sasuke has to put all his chakra into one single point. One single point in the fight, and he puts all his chakra and he rushes at the tidal wave of rocks about to hit him. And as Sasuke does a single point Chidori, blows up the rocks, but what happens is Naruto appears right in front of him, kicks Sasuke in the head, grabs Sasuke and slams him into the ground. Sasuke, using this opportunity, he puts a lightning blade right through Naruto's chest, to which he does. He punctures Naruto's chest, and Naruto smiles and goes, gotcha. And Sasuke's like, what the? And the sealing jutsu begins to wrap around Sasuke. And the real Naruto walks up and goes, huh, I got you, Sasuke. And so Sasuke is like, what the? Naruto summons the spear Chesterfield and puts it right to Sasuke's throat and goes, do you give up? And Sasuke's like, never! He tries to break out, tries to get angry, but the proctor goes, it's already too late. Like, you practically lost, Sasuke. The winner of the Chunin exams is Naruto Uzumaki. Everyone screams loud. The Kazekage, everyone, they clap their hands, they all stand up, and they're quite amazed at this fool. This idiot himself. Not only beat the prodigy Neji, but he beat the last Uchiha, the genius Sasuke. So what ends up happening is Naruto is made a Chunin, and they all crack up, they all laugh. And the third Hokage is so proud of Naruto. Naruto smiles and thanks the third Hokage. And what happens is, as everyone's going to the festivals, until the end of the Chunin exams anyway, that's when the Konoha Crush happens. Everyone's having a feed, enjoying their time, like catching up, even though they were bitter enemies in the Chunin exams. No matter what, in the end, the idea is cooperation, friendship. And that's what Naruto sows. Because Naruto's power itself will scare anyone that even try. Okay? So what happens is Naruto and they have like a after party or a reception for everyone to have like a feed, drinks, or anything like that, just to, congratulate them for their hard tournament. And so as that goes down, this is when the Konoha Crush happens, and it happens fast and rapid. Not just one snake summoning, about a good 5 snake summonings happens. And not only that, all the Curse Mark warriors are in their level 2 state, Curse Marks, and their ultimate jutsu is ready to attack. And all their sand and hidden sound village attack. One clear difference though, Tamari and Gaara. Gaara tells the Kazekage that he's done with this. He's done with making people feel the way they do. And as he walks away, Kazekage screams at Gaara, and Gaara looks at him and goes, if you really wanted to, you would use your gold dust, but I don't see you summoning any of that, do you, father? And as Gaara leaves, the Kazekage, what's happened is Orochimaru anyway is not pleased, because, well, Gaara is not part of the Chunin, and knowing that he still needs him for the Konoha Crush. But anyway, back to the Konoha Crush. Way more summonings hit the hidden leaf than originally seen in canon. Like, there's 5 snakes that begin to attack and pretty much battle the entire village. And so what happens is Naruto needs to pretty much get ready really quick. And so Naruto does. He instantly begins to fly, summons the giant hammer, Gideon, and slams on the first snake. As Naruto does this, he uses the goat son of Lust, Gotha, and he puts his hand on the shinobi he took out, and he read his mind and realizes what's happening. Naruto finishes and chucks him away. Naruto jumps in the air and begins to fly. He transforms his hammer into true spear Chesterful, and as he transforms into it, Naruto rockets it off at max speed. And what happens is when Naruto gets there, he instantly sees it. He instantly sees the perfect purple barrier that's holding the third Hokage and Orochimaru. And as Naruto does this, he goes down. He goes, Sacred Spear, Chesterful, second configuration, Guardian. And as the spear transforms into Guardian, he sends the Guardian to go smash up the Sound Ninja, and he does really well. He beats up 2 of the Sound Ninja until the one with the super strength comes at him. But the bear smashes him into the barrier, forcing him to release the barrier jutsu, into which it does. As he does so, Naruto goes, to me, Chesterful. Chesterful transforms back into the spear, and then Naruto clicks his finger. It breaks up into hundreds of kunais, and Naruto leaves some around the ones that attack anyway. Well, he goes to helps the third Hokage. When Naruto arrives, he sees the third Hokage easily handling Orochimaru. Orochimaru is actually badly injured, and the third Hokage is holding King Enma and going, "What's the matter, Orochimaru? Did you think you had me?" And Orochimaru's like, "Damn it!" He instantly begins to weave hand signs, his most ultimate jutsu, and then he spits out thousands of snakes with thousands of swords to rush the old man. And as this happens, Naruto smiles. He opens his hand and black flames appear around his hand, and Naruto instantly slams the flames into the ground and ignites the area, burning all the snakes and all the swords at their head. And Naruto controlled the flames up until the point where it almost reached Orochimaru's head. And Naruto pulls the flames back and tells, "There you go, Lord Third." And as the third Hokage sees Orochimaru, he goes, "Wow, now you know." And the Orochimaru says, "What do you mean?" And the third Hokage opens his hand, and he goes, "By the grace of the Supreme Deity." And he opens his hand and he goes, "Ninja Art, Snaring Blind Jutsu." And as he does that, he blinds the Orochimaru with a big ass flash, but this is a ninja art flash, okay? Then the third Hokage puts his hands together and he opens up his hand, and like what happens is it's like a crystal light of energy emanating, and as he points it at Orochimaru, he hits Orochimaru, and to everyone it looks like he killed the third Hokage killed him, but that's not the case. He's just removed from the equation. And what happens is, practically Orochimaru down, Naruto realizes there's a lot for him to do, and as Naruto looks on, he sees the gigantic tidal wave heading towards the Hidden Leaf. And Naruto's like, what the? He rushes out to go stop it, only to see Jiraiya form out of the water. Jiraiya's like, "Hey, Naruto!" Naruto's like, "Jiraiya Sensei, how did you?" And then Merlin snaps her finger and goes, he's the one that holds the grace of water. Okay. Naruto's like, "Every sage has the grace of water?" Well, understand, I forgot the actual terms between the graces themselves. I know there's the grace that is practically the water, grace of that practically is the wind, sunshine, and the flash. You get what I mean? So, there you get it. Anyway, Jiraiya comes and he turns the water into multiple dragons using his own energy, and he spreads it right across. So he puts a flood that attacks everyone else that are not Hidden Leaf villagers, and they don't kill anyone, but the tidal wave floods actually grapple them all and hold them in place, not to drown. Jiraiya's not that cruel yet. But anyway, Jiraiya does that, and as he lands down the bottom, he recedes all the water, or disappears all the water entirely, and everyone else is held there. And Jiraiya closes his hand, and what happens is everyone that has water on them, around their wrists, it turns to ice to hold them in place, or just it has them by a bind. And as Jiraiya sees it, he goes, "Well, that was pretty easy, eh?" Naruto goes, "Yeah, you made it boring, Sensei." And Jiraiya goes, "Well, there's no time for this, Naruto. You must understand. Lives matter." And Naruto goes, "I understand. Because Dr. Kahu's belief is all lives matter, okay? Every single life. That's Dr. Kahu's view." But anyway, and Naruto goes, "Well, this is all done." And then what happens is Naruto goes, "We captured the Orochimaru," and this stuns Jiraiya. But he sees how Naruto is, so he's like, "Okay, I get why." So what happens is The cleanup happens really quick. Naruto is able to make thousands of shadow clones thanks to his massive chakra reserves not being hampered by the Nine Tails, so he's able to easily make thousands of shadow clones to rush around the village and help out what they need. And this buzzes everyone up because Naruto now is more hero now than he was in the canon timeline. It took to Naruto being attacking Pain till he got recognized, but in this what-off, because he saved the third Hokage's life, and he's pretty much gave pride to the Hidden Leaf, Naruto becomes not a Jonin, but he becomes really close to it, okay? Very close to it. And not only that, people start to recognize Naruto as a hero, early as, and Naruto, the first time hearing someone saying, "Thank you, Naruto, for saving me," Naruto breaks down in tears, and he smiles, he's like, he puts his thumbs up with his positive and happy attitude, and understands if he just keeps doing what he's doing, it's not the fact that people will be forced to like him, people will like him. And so that goes down. So, after the Konoha crush and everything like that, everyone's settled. Jiraiya, Naruto, and the old man meet up, and Jiraiya explains, "So I'm the one that bears the grace of water." He looks at Naruto and goes, "Wow, you're burdened with sunshine. How incredible, Naruto." And he goes, "And you?" "Hey, what happened to the third Hokage? Sorry." And Six smiles and goes, "Don't worry, I'm Lucido's abilities. You guys should have those memories, right?" And yep, they definitely do have the memories of their previous archangels, not in this reality anyway. So as that all goes down and everyone is roughly on the mend after the Konoha crush, back with Sasuke, his ego was destroyed. Everything he gained to work, to live, to be the best was nothing. He wasted all his time and he's very upset, so upset the fact that he wants to kill everyone. He hates the fact that Naruto's been paraded around, where he learned changing chakra nature at a young age. This is one thing that Sasuke don't get, and his jealousy will be slowly but surely increasing. And so yeah, so as everyone has a wind down and calm down from the Konoha crush, Naruto instantly goes back and trains again. But Jiraiya and the third Hokage insist to Naruto that if Naruto wants to maximize on his training, he needs to go with Jiraiya. But Naruto's like, "Sweet as, he'll go with him. The third Hokage, sweet, he's got it." And the third Hokage smiles. And so what happens, Naruto still leads to Jiraiya to go see Tsunade to help heal the injured. And so what happens is, just like that, Naruto and Jiraiya head up. Naruto uses Lost Vein to make 5 perfect shadow clones. And then four actual clones. The real one is actually still going to be Naruto holding Lost Vein. And not only that, Naruto uses the power of King to put energy in. So those 4 perfect shadow clones, well, perfect Lost Vein clones, the ones that Naruto, Meliodas can use anyway, he sends them out immediately and they go fly off. And so what happens is, as this goes down, Jiraiya is quite impressed with Naruto and they begin to talk. And Jiraiya explains to Naruto that he didn't expect that he would get this grace. He was, doing research, and for some reason, this beam of light hit him out of nowhere. And a beautiful, lovely lady spoke to him and stated, "Take my grace." And Jiraiya's like, "Okay." Jiraiya's eyes were like, 10! And as that happens, right away, Jiraiya's like, turned into water. He's like, he has to pull himself together, but then Jiraiya learns a lot of spells, a lot of energy spells, particularly with being an angel, like the arc energy. They can do that, and of course manipulating water and shooting their own various forms of energy projection. Jiraiya doesn't actually have the 2 extra heads, but he's got his own. You'll understand further along. But anyway, Jiraiya and Naruto head off, and the 4 clones fly away around, and they employ the nature energy around them to sense out where Tsunade is, sense out the biggest chakra. And so the first night Jiraiya and Naruto head out, they make it not far from where Tsunade is. Naruto can sense him. The clones come back. He disperses them immediately. He disappears Lost Vein, and from there, Naruto sits back, and him and Jiraiya just talk. Catch up, and then Jiraiya, he just explains everything to Naruto. He goes, "Naruto, to be honest, I hate that this actually happened to you, and I just want to explain everything before things go further." Naruto goes, "What?" And he goes, "You may not know this, but your father was the 4th Hokage." Naruto's like, "What?" And the Lord 4th. And he goes, "Yes, your father sacrificed himself, so did your mother, to make sure and ensure the safety of the village. You have the 9-tailed fox within you. Yes, But as I heard from the third Hokage, he's trapped in an unbreakable seal that only Merlin can release. Is that right, Naruto? And Naruto goes, yeah, pretty much. He goes, well, yeah. So no matter what, the Nine Tails itself, it's what you hold in you. Now you have Merlin's sacred treasure with all this power within you. Yeah, it's quite incredible. The supreme deity understands that and she wants to help you. Naruto's like, she wants to help me? And Merlin comes out and goes, but why? Why at all times she wants to interfere in this war now? They were too busy just fighting each other, the Demon King and the supreme deity. And Jiraiya goes, well, yeah. I got all the information back when she gave me the power, so I do understand the world that you come from, Merlin. And then when Jiraiya sees Merlin, his eyes instantly pop. He goes, you're Merlin? Jiraiya had a picture of Merlin being an old man, you know. But when he saw Merlin, he's like, he looks her up and down, he hits the ground so hard, and then he turns to water. And Naruto's like, Jiraiya Sensei, we need to go. And Jiraiya instantly re-envelops himself, and he goes, sorry Merlin, he's a perv. And she goes, oh, I've noticed. Don't you worry. In my time, men are perv everywhere too. And Jiraiya like cracks up laughing. And Merlin stays to Naruto, but don't worry. At least he's an honest perv. He's out there right now. Takes the trouble when he gets. And this cracks up Jiraiya hardcore. And so what happens, Naruto and Jiraiya kick back that night. And they head out to see Tsunade, to which they find Tsunade the next day. Much more earlier in the canon because Naruto was able to deduce the exact village using his abilities. So once Naruto and them get in there, just like in canon, Tsunade sees Jiraiya and she offers him a drink, to which there goes the same. Now when Tsunade talks about the third Hokage, something different with Naruto happens. Something interesting, something that he didn't expect to catch his mind at all. Naruto looks at what's her name, Lady Tsunade, and smiles and understands that there's malice behind what she's saying. There's not real hatred for the Kage, but something else. So without even Lady Tsunade realizing, Naruto's finger turns purple and he shoots the energy at Lady Tsunade's head, to which Naruto sees everything. He sees Nawaki, Dan, or Tsunade's life in general, and Naruto's shocked, you know? And he feels Tsunade's pain. But unfortunately for Naruto, he's still not 100% great at using Goku's powers without being undetected. And Tsunade has mastered chakra, so she riles her chakra up to the point where yellow energy is around her, and Naruto gets shot straight out of her mind. And when she sees Naruto entering her mind, she goes to rush and grab Naruto and picks him up. But Naruto grabs her hand and pulls it off her, to which Tsunade is shocked at Naruto's strength. Naruto pulls Tsunade's hand down to her level. And Naruto goes, you'll never ever handle me like that again. And Tsunade is shocked at the strength that Naruto's placed on her, and Naruto lets go of her. And Tsunade looks at her hand and sees the pressure mark that Naruto gave. She can't believe someone overpowered her. And so what happened is Tsunade challenges Naruto. Naruto goes, why are you challenging me for? He goes, I understand that there's nothing really much to gain. I've seen your memories. I've seen your pain. I've seen your past. And I can tell you right now, gambling and drinking your life away is not what Dan would have wanted, especially your little brother Nawaki. He had the same dream as I had. Sorry, let me reiterate that. Dan and Nawaki had the same dream that I have. To become Hokage. And when Tsunade sees that, she sees Dan and Nawaki with Naruto, and Naruto states, it is not impossible because my father, Minato Namikaze, was the fourth Hokage. And if he could become Hokage, then I can become Hokage. Tsunade is buzzing out that Naruto knows this. Knows that Jiraiya, knows that Minato is the fourth Hokage, you know? So right at the back, Naruto goes outside and goes, okay, so Lady Tsunade, since we're going to be using our strength, no jutsus, right? And Tsunade smiles and goes, no jutsu, kids, just understand. Now that I know you can actually handle my strength, I will not hold back. Naruto goes, me too. Naruto instantly jumps and disappears like a blur and appears right behind Tsunade and throws a punch. But Tsunade is able to react, turn her feet, and lean her body forward. And in doing so, Naruto's fist goes right over her, and Tsunade goes up to try to uppercut Naruto, but Naruto instantly disappears again and appears right in front of Tsunade, throwing another punch. But Tsunade's able to recover from the uppercut that she tried to give Naruto, and she lifts her legs up. So when Naruto's fist is about to connect, Tsunade's leg kicks Naruto's hand, so they both clash. Naruto gets backflipped up because Naruto was moving at an angle to which Tsunade is able to fling him in the air, because she was partially in the air, you know. So as Naruto gets pushed back, Tsunade's looking at her foot's broken from that one punch Naruto gave. Even Jiraiya sees this, and Tsunade instantly begins to use the Mytonic regeneration to heal her foot. And she's like, incredible. This kid's strength alone. He outmatched me entirely. Jiraiya, this boy. And Jiraiya goes, don't look at me. Continue what you're doing, Tsunade. You made the fight. And Tsunade goes, looks at Naruto, and Naruto goes, what are we fighting for anyway? This is pointless. And Tsunade goes, I want to see if you can beat me. That's all. And Naruto goes, okay, then we'll play it your way. Let's put a wager on that. If I win, you come to the village, no fuss, nothing, and you stay in the village. And Tsunade's looking at Naruto, and Naruto goes, to be honest, if I look at your memory very clearly, Dan would have hated the woman you have become. And then this hits Tsunade completely, and then Naruto does avalanche, punches the ground, and does an earthquake, sending the avalanche to let it, a massive quake across the ground, and it pretty much turns the earth into a tidal wave towards Tsunade. And as Tsunade does this, she puts chakra in her hand, and she goes serious, and she punches the ground, destroying all the rocks that appear near her and turns into rubble. And then she rushes at Naruto, and Naruto sees that Tsunade is going serious, and as both their fists clash, they cause like a mini shockwave explosion that sends them both flying. Tsunade hits the ground, and Naruto also hits the ground, but instantly flips up and begins to fly. And as Naruto begins to fly, Tsunade is already in front of him, ready to throw another punch. Naruto instantly grabs her fist, spins around, kicks her leg up, lifts her up into the air. He boosts her in the air, and Lady Tsunade is like dangling, and Naruto boosts her straight to the ground, slamming Tsunade head first into the ground, throwing her. But as Tsunade almost hits the ground, she places her hand in front of her and hits the ground, causing a massive mini earthquake. But luckily, Naruto directed the fight out of the village because he realized that both of them were getting serious. And as Tsunade hits the ground and caused that mini little crater, she gets up out of the ground and sees Naruto standing on top. And Naruto goes, well, should we keep that bet? And Tsunade is still looking at Naruto, kind of angry. But she didn't realize that Naruto is actually goading her. Naruto goes, if you look at it, Lady Tsunade, even your grandfather wouldn't have been proud of you. Wasting your inheritance, wasting who you are. You're the last remaining Senju, aren't you? All the rest bred with the rest of them. Sarutobi's, Yamanaka, all of them. Didn't they? And what happens is, Lady Tsunade is looking at Naruto, and Naruto walks over and goes, surrender, give up now. While you can, Lady Tsunade. Because if you don't, I'll drag you to the village myself. Tsunade gets really angry, and she puts all her chakra into this one punch. And she rushes at Naruto and ready to throw her most powerful punch at Naruto. And as the punch is about to connect with Naruto, Naruto smiles and goes, gotcha! Full metal! Naruto goes full metal. Tsunade's fist hit Naruto's face, causes a massive shockwave. And what happens, Naruto's face is slightly turned to the right from Tsunade's gigantic haymaker. And Tsunade's arm was completely broken and damaged, and damaged to the point where she has to focus on repairing. And as Naruto stands there and deactivates the full metal, he goes, so I won, right, Lady Tsunade? And Tsunade smiles and she goes, yes, you won, Naruto. And as Naruto gets up and goes, cool, let's go Jiraiya Sensei. Jiraiya's like, yeah, let's go. And so as they leave, Tsunade is fully healed. Shizune walks with Tsunade, and as Naruto and Jiraiya walk, well, Jiraiya walks, Naruto flies. Jiraiya's like, so when did you fully get used to not using the words, Naruto? Naruto goes, oh, I still use the spells Merlin gives to me, but I shout them in my brain so no one hears what I'm saying. And it kind of sounds stupid that I say like goat sin or bloody boar sin or dragon sin. And Jiraiya's like, yeah, I get you, the redundancies. But Naruto just explains though, if he wants to use the full power, he has to say the sacred treasure abilities. The only sacred treasure he doesn't have is Ban's, because Ban lost his completely. I think he shows. I know he gets it back, but still, I'm just gonna state for the most part. And not only that, I can't say Ban's sacred treasure. It just blows my brain, no matter how much I try. So I'm just gonna state for this world, if Ban doesn't have a sacred treasure, instead Ban's abilities are passive. Okay, and you'll get to see that sooner or later. But anyway, Naruto, when he needs to use the abilities properly, Merlin found out for Naruto to use Escanor, or for Naruto to actually use Meliodas, Naruto has to use Rita and Lost Vein, to actually allow and conduct for the power fully. Even Merlin made the Sacred X Rita smaller for Naruto, even though Naruto can naturally lift it because of the strength of Dian. They've become passive now. Oh, just to allow you to know that Dian's abilities, King's abilities, what's his name, Goku's abilities and Barnes' abilities are all passive now. Naruto's pushed himself to the point where they're practically a passive ability. Is when he needs to go full power. Like if he needs to use the sunflower attack from King, he has to get to that point. Okay, he's only got to the point where it's natural for him to use his abilities without even focusing. It's Merlin, Meliodas, and Escanor that he has to still conjure and focus through, you know. So what happens is, when they go back, Tsunade tells Naruto, "Thank you for humbling me." Naruto goes, "What do you mean, thank you for humbling me?" And Tsunade goes, "Simply put, Naruto, you're right. Dan, Naoki, not even my grandfather himself would have been happy with the decisions I made. Yeah, I picked up my grandfather's gambling habit, but that's on me." Naruto goes, "Yeah, everyone else is too scared to tell you. Jiraiya Sensei will tell you, and all you'll do is just you'll do nothing to Jiraiya Sensei." And Tsunade goes, "Is that right? Did Jiraiya tell you that one time when he was caught peeping on me, I almost killed him?" Naruto goes, "Yeah, I found it out through reading Jiraiya's mind. A lot of dirty stuff that I wish I didn't." And Jiraiya cracked up laughing. And Naruto goes, "And to be honest, Jiraiya saw everything, Lady Tsunade." And Tsunade's face goes red, and Jiraiya smiles. And Tsunade goes, "Wait, if you mean Jiraiya saw everything, how did you see everything? And how did you know, Naruto?" And Naruto goes, oh well, yeah, you know, I saw in your mind, Jiraiya Sensei." And Jiraiya's like, and Tsunade is looking at Jiraiya with the mean evils like, "You said you saw nothing, Jiraiya." And Jiraiya's like, no, Tsunade, you got it all wrong. No, Naruto wasn't." Tsunade throws a punch at Jiraiya, and as Tsunade throws the punch, the fist goes right into Jiraiya's body, like squishes in. And when Tsunade sees this and pulls her hand out, Jiraiya's chest caved in, and she's like, "Jiraiya, are you?" And Jiraiya's like, "Oh, Tsunade, you killed me this time." Jiraiya hits the ground, and Naruto's looking at Jiraiya like, "Really?" And Tsunade is panicking, and so is Shizune. And what happens is, as Tsunade flips over Jiraiya and tries to go and heal him, Jiraiya goes, "It's alright, Tsuna." And she's like, What the minute it's alright?" And Jiraiya gets up, "Yeah, that did nothing, see?" And Jiraiya shows his chest, and there's no holes, nothing. And Jiraiya goes, "I was just playing with you." And so what happens is Jiraiya and Naruto walk in front, and Tsunade is not happy with the humor that has been placed upon her. She's actually getting quite irritated. So what happened is, as they're walking back to the village, Tsunade and Jiraiya, Naruto, and Suzune all looking back to the village. Anyway, a bright light appears out of nowhere. A real powerful bright light. And Merlin instantly reacts straight away, putting a perfect cube around Naruto, protecting Naruto without hesitating. And as Merlin puts the perfect cube around Naruto, what ends up happening, their blinding light disappears, teleports Naruto away entirely. And when Merlin removes the perfect cube, Naruto's in this kind of heavenly-like state, this heavenly-like realm. And Merlin explains to Naruto, "This is just your astral form projecting, Naruto. This is really not you. You're back on Earth." Naruto's like, "Yeah, about that. Where are we?" And the Supreme Deity walks out and goes, "You're in my realm, Naruto Uzumaki. Hello, Merlin." And Merlin looks at Supreme Deity and bows, and Supreme Deity goes, "To be honest, I actually have no power to do anything to both of you, truly. Me and the Demon King are here." And what happens is, Merlin goes, I figure, and he goes, "Yes, which means a part of Purgatory is here as much as my heavenly realm, to which lies the problem, Merlin." Merlin's like, "What?" And he goes, "The Demon King and I had a plan to come here and, work together to test the bearer of the new Chaos Energy to protect this realm, right?" And Merlin's like, "Yes." And the Supreme Deity explains, Demon King, the moment he got there, he instantly revived all the old 10 commandments, even Gloxinia and Droll, and from there placed them with individual people to which the Supreme Deity can't find, despite having her powers. And so what happens, she tells Tsunade the last grace she has for you. Naruto's like, "Are you talking to me?" And then what happens, Supreme Deity goes, "Oh, so I apologize, Naruto. I'm actually not just talking to you. You may be here in my realm, but I'm actually talking to Tsunade, the descendant of the Senju clan." Because one thing I've never heard in the entire Hidden Leaf, her name is Tsunade Senju. She's Tsunade descended from the Senjus, but never Tsunade Senju. I don't know why it's like that, but please, if you guys understand why, let me know in the comments down below. I have a theory to which I'm going to be doing on my new content eventually, when I do discussion videos and all that upon my theories, okay? But just put that out there. But anyway, back to Tsunade and the Supreme Deity on Earth. The Supreme Deity explains to Tsunade she's going to get the last grace, okay, the grace of air. And once she gets that grace, she's like, no, please, I don't want. And the Supreme Deity touches Tsunade's head and removes all the bad, the blood, that's the fear of blood, Dan's death, even Nawaki's death. She tells Tsunade she can't bring them back, but she can ease her heart by letting them see them for the last time. And so the Supreme Deity uses her abilities to allow Tsunade to see Nawaki and Dan instantly. And from there, Dan and Nawaki pretty much scold her for exactly what Naruto said. And Tsunade understands that Naruto is right. And so when Tsunade accepts the grace that the Supreme Deity does, Tsunade wakes up right by Jiraiya, and Jiraiya goes, so, you're the last Archangel, eh? And she looks right at Tsunade and Jiraiya and she goes, wait, and she goes, yeah, that's exactly what my ability was. When you punched me, I'm water. And Tsunade is shocked. And she goes, why would the Supreme Deity give a power to a fool like you? And Jiraiya's like, come on, why you being like that? And what happens is, what does she tell you? And she says, she told me enough. And Jiraiya goes, did she tell you about the power in the third Hokage? And she goes, no. And she goes, what about it? And then Jiraiya explains that despite the third Hokage accepting the power, his body can't take it, so eventually, slowly but surely, it's going to kill him. And Tsunade is shocked. And she goes, what do we... And the Jiraiya goes, let me continue to explain. The Supreme Deity stated that when we die, we are able to pass this power on. But she has a plan. She's hoping, if things go right, that the power of Elizabeth will help Naruto. And she goes, Elizabeth? And she goes, yeah, that was the word I got. But as soon as I said, okay. And then when they look around, she's like, where's Naruto? And Jiraiya goes, I'm waiting. And as Tsunade and Jiraiya look up, they don't see Naruto, but Naruto's in like a former aspect realm. And when the Supreme Deity is talking to Naruto, she goes, I don't want you to place your allegiance on me, Naruto. To be honest, the Grace of Sunshine chose Escanor himself. And now that the Grace of Sunshine is actually bound to you, it's your power. You can't give it up, Naruto. Just like the Demon King's son Meliodas' power, you cannot give it up. You can lose all the other powers, yeah, but you will not be able to lose those two. It's balanced within you, Naruto. Naruto goes, what are you saying? And she goes, if not from the immortality of Ban, the immortality of Escanor's powers with Meliodas' powers. And what I mean by that is Sunshine, the unlimited power of Sunshine that's within the power of Escanor, not immortal Escanor, sorry guys, because he still dies when he becomes Ultimate One, or One Ultimate, you know, blah 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 blah. Sorry guys. But what happens is Naruto goes, okay, he takes it in, and Merlin, the Supreme Deity touches Naruto's head, and as the Supreme Deity touches Naruto's head, she allows Naruto to meet his parents, the fourth Hokage and Kushina. Even without getting the Nine-Tails chakra, he gets to see them. And to Naruto, he spends a practical lifetime with them in this loop realm, you know. To the real world, what's it called? 5 minutes will pass in the real world, like 20 years will pass in that kind of limbo state world that the Supreme Deity put Naruto in. So Naruto is able to spend so much time with Kushina and Minato, learn so much. So does Merlin. Merlin learns a lot. She learns a lot about the Reaper Death Seal and the notion of life and death in this universe. And not only that, having the Supreme Deity and the Demon King here allowed for the world's natural magic to flow and come back. And so this allows for Merlin to enact some of her abilities. Some things that she kept, if you get what I mean. Because the 10 Commandments here, Naruto will need an army to help him. Yeah, Naruto is practically an army on his own, but he will need people to protect certain fronts. And so after Naruto meets and greets and says farewell to his mother, Naruto looks at the Supreme Deity and says thank you. And as Naruto is about to leave, the Supreme Deity tells Naruto, everything that happens from here is all a test, okay Naruto? Understand, despite the Demon King being who he is, this is all a test. So I hope you are ready. And Naruto, and as she says that, Naruto's eyes instantly blink from the bright light, and Naruto appears by Jiraiya and Tsunade. And Merlin briefs Jiraiya and Tsunade exactly what happened. And what happens is Naruto's like, okay. He's kind of confused. Jiraiya goes, come on, kid. Tsunade touches Naruto's head and she says, thank you, Naruto. I am very grateful for what you've given me. And Naruto's like, what did I give you? And she goes, hope, Naruto. You actually gave me hope. And not only that, through you I was able to see the man that I was meant to marry. And not only that, my brother. Naruto's like, oh. Like, Naruto's buzzing out, and Naruto goes, well, you're not the only one. I got to meet my father and my mother as well. And Jiraiya smiles at Naruto, and Tsunade smiles. And she goes, what was it like seeing your father? And Naruto goes, it was awesome. He trained me for a bit, taught me a lot, and Jiraiya's like, you were barely gone for 5 minutes. And Naruto just explains that they were gone longer than blah 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 blah. And Jiraiya's like, okay, cool. So anyway, they all come back to the Hidden Leaf Village towards Naruto becomes more of a hero for bringing Tsunade to heal the villagers. And as Naruto is around Tsunade healing the villagers, Merlin picks up on Tsunade's healing technique and realizes that the mark on her head is stored immense chakra. And when she looks at that, she tells Naruto this, why don't you start doing that? And Naruto goes, what? She goes, storing your chakra. And Naruto goes, to be honest, if it wasn't for you, I would barely be able to use my chakra. And what happens is Merlin looks at Naruto and realizes, yeah, you're absolutely right, the Nine-Tails chakra actually throws yours off. We may need to work on that, Naruto, and make it to the point where I help you take the Nine-Tails chakra and conduct them and put it within you yourself. Naruto goes, do you reckon I can handle it? And what happens is Merlin laughs and goes, ha! Really? The Nine-Tails power? That's minuscule to the power of Escanor. Even the power of Meliodas will destroy it. Yeah, the Nine-Tailed Fox is powerful. It has no chance against those two powers. Even Fairy King, what's his name, Harley Quinn. When he's at full power with his full wings and everything like that, he's beast. And don't forget Ban. Remember Ban, when he comes from Purgatory, he's a monster. So you understand. And so as things go on, like Naruto's in the village meeting with everyone, he can't help but be by Hinata. Hinata can't help but be by Naruto. And they catch up and meet, and Hinata begins to talk to Naruto, you know? Talks and makes him feel giddy, makes him happy. And so does Naruto. He does the same with Hinata to the point where they get really close really fast. He actually doesn't like it, at the same time he does like it, because Naruto has become the hero of the Hidden Leaf. He really has. But what happens is, as they get to the Hidden Leaf, some bad news hits them. The third Hokage is practically at death's door. And he needs to see Tsunade and Jiraiya. And what happens is, as Tsunade and Jiraiya come in, they see Kakashi, and Naruto's there with them too. Shizune goes off and does her own thing. And what happens is, as the third Hokage explains, he goes, we all four here wield the power of the Supreme Deity, the Four Graces. Unfortunately for me, Jiraiya, Tsunade, I will not live long enough to be able to use the max of this power. At the same time, if I'm able to pass it on to someone else, I'll still be able to retain the life I still slightly have. Naruto looks at him and goes, really? And then Merlin goes, yeah, unfortunately Naruto, there's some consequences to using the graces. Especially in the case of an old man. Tsunade and Jiraiya, however, they both maintain, and then Naruto looks at Tsunade and sees her turn old for a brief second, but she becomes young again instantly and keeps their youthful look permanently. Naruto's like, what did I just see? And Merlin goes, I showed you the truth on what Tsunade truly looked like. Naruto's like, whoa, Granny Tsunade looked old. Merlin cracks up in Naruto's explanations, and just his own narrative makes her laugh. She goes, this kid is funny. Like, she finds him crack up. And so what happens is, as Naruto and what's it called, the third Hokage speak, the third Hokage goes, Kakashi, there's a reason why you're here. And Kakashi goes, Supreme Deities? Graces? Lady Tsunade old? Like, what? Kakashi's so confused. And then he looks at what's it called, Merlin, the half-naked woman. He's like, boom, bleeding nose. Like he's like, what the hell? Like, nothing's computing with his brain, Kakashi. He doesn't even know why he's there. And the third Hokage goes, well, simply put, Kakashi, I give my power to you. And Kakashi's like, what? You're making me Hokage? And the third Hokage laughs immediately, and so does Jiraiya. And the third Hokage goes, no, 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 I will not be making you Hokage. I was going to make Jiraiya, but Jiraiya goes, no, I am not going to be Hokage. I'm not going to be shackled to this. No, you will not make me this, old man. And the third Hokage buzzes out Jiraiya's ensembleness. Even though he wields a power of grace, a powerful grace ability, it's not about that. And so what happens is, Jiraiya and the third Hokage is like, okay. He looks right at Tsunade, and as Tsunade is about to say no, Jiraiya goes, well, that's why I also brought Tsunade, just in case, you know. And the third Hokage goes, that was under the pretense that she needed to come back to heal people, not to take my place. Or did you know something I don't know, Jiraiya? I know you have the power of an archangel as well. My body couldn't take it, but your ones can. Now explain. Jiraiya goes, as you just said, Lord Third, your body can't take it. And Jiraiya's like, oh, and the third Hokage said, so it is that case. Well, and then the third Hokage grabs his pipe and begins to smoke and tells Kakashi, Kakashi, give me your hand. The Supreme Deity taught me how to do this. And as he does it, the third Hokage, puts down his pipe, he grabs a kunai, or a knife, and cuts his hand, and drops blood on Kakashi's hand. And the third Hokage drops blood on Kakashi's hand. The blood instantly turns into a symbol like the one that's in the Archangel's eyes. And as that happens, the third Hokage begins to shine bright with light, and he goes, I pass the power of Lucido all the way to you, Kakashi. Kakashi's like, what? And boom, a blinding light hits Kakashi, and Kakashi's like enveloped with this massive energy. And as the blinding light disappears, Kakashi hits the ground. He's shaking. He's like, what happened? And the third Hokage smiles, feeling a little bit relieved, and then what happens is Merlin comes out, and she uses her ability to heal the third Hokage to regain what was taken when he acquired the grace. And the third Hokage went from looking old to rapidly de-aging back to how he originally looked when he fought Orochimaru. And so when the third Hokage went back to normal, he's like, well, this is interesting. And Merlin goes, that was the one and only time I could chase death away from you, old man. Anything after that, you're on your own. And the third Hokage is shocked, absolutely shocked, that just happened to him. But anyway, Kakashi now understands that he wields the grace, the Flash grace, and it's his job and priority to protect the Hidden Leaf. And so what happens is the third Hokage tells Tsunade, or asks Tsunade, can you become the next Hokage? At first Tsunade says nah, but what happens is the third Hokage goes, well, it's either that or Danzo. Instantly opens up Tsunade's eyes, and as Kakashi's about to put his name down, Tsunade goes, I'll become the next Hokage then. And the third Hokage smiles, and so does Jiraiya, and Jiraiya goes, you played that pretty close to your chest, Sensei. And he goes, well, you must understand, I just had the power of an angel within me, and I just gave it up. So, you understand my notion of what I need to do, right? And Jiraiya's like, yeah, I do, old man, I got you. And so what happens is, Tsunade is crowned the third Hokage, and what happens is, because the Hidden Leaf is still being built, and everything has moved much more faster than canon. So what happens is, as Tsunade is inaugurated as the 5th Hokage, Kisame and Itachi have come to the Hidden Leaf. And as Kisame and Itachi come to the Hidden Leaf, Kakashi is walking around like normal, okay? He's still trying to understand the power that he has. Now, bear in mind, Kakashi, Jiraiya, and Tsunade can pull out the 4 wings they have, like the Archangels, and use them to their ability to fly. They don't know it yet, but they will be. Pretty similar to how the 10 Commandments, or the new vessels of the 10 Commandments, can make wings as well. Same kind of deal, okay? But yeah, so back to it. What's it called? After Tsunade becomes Hokage, Itachi and Kisame come into the village, and from there, they see Kakashi and all the Kurenai and Asuma, and what happens is Kakashi and them confront them. Now this time, Kurenai and Asuma gets put in a different position, but it's Kakashi that changes everything. When Itachi looks at Kakashi, he sees Kakashi opens his eyes, and Kakashi shows not only the Sharingan, but he shows the same eyes the third Hokage was meant to have. And when Itachi sees his eyes, he's like, what the hell? Kakashi Hatake, what happened to you? And Kakashi goes, a lot, Itachi, a lot. And Itachi goes, to be honest, it's actually good to see you, Itachi. At the same time, you are a rogue ninja, the hidden leaf. You shouldn't have come back here. And Itachi goes, well, understand this. I'm here for Naruto. And as Itachi opens his eyes, because he closed his eyes and he opens his eyes, he has the Mangekyo activated and he tries to put Kakashi under the Tsukuyomi, but it doesn't work. Instead, Itachi gets hit back. He gets a big backfire from the power of the angel that's within him. And as Kakashi smiles, he goes, "What's the matter? Did you think you can use the Tsukuyomi against me?" "I don't think so, there, Itachi." Kisame goes to swing his sword at Itachi, but what happens is Guy comes and kicks Kisame around the face, and then Kakashi lifts his hand up, and a powerful beam erupts out of his hand, a flash beam that hits Itachi, and Kisame tries to put Samihara in front of it to absorb it, and for the moment, Samihara absorbed some of the energy, and then Samihara exploded in Kisame's hand. And as Kisame sees Samihara explode, he's like, "What the?" And the guy is already in a six gate state, and he slams his fist right into Kisame, slamming him into the ground. Itachi gets up, he's like, "Ugh." This beam didn't kill him, it didn't punch a hole in him, it actually stunned his body with his internal functions, his chakra flow, it stunned him. And so as Itachi gets down, he's like, "Ugh, Kisame." And when he looks up, he sees Guy standing over Kisame in the 7th gate, now in the blue vapor, and this is when Itachi realizes, like, it's already over. Guy's in that state, and then Itachi looks at Kakashi, and when he looks at Kakashi, he sees Kakashi's Mangekyo Sharingan activated. And knowing that Kakashi's holding a kunai with lightning chakra, and that lightning chakra is enveloped by this massive, piercing, and blinding light. And as Kakashi puts the kunai towards Itachi's direction, a big beam of light comes out of the kunai and it points right at Itachi's face. And lightning begins to envelop that bright beaming light, and what happens is right then and there, Kakashi goes, "Itachi Uchiha, you are under arrest." And as Itachi's looking at Kakashi and Guy is standing over Kisame, this is where we're going to leave this one off, guys. I hope you like this. Please like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, leave the bell notification on so you guys can be the first to get my new content, and follow me on Instagram, to which I'll leave the link in the description below, including the previous 2 parts to this what if. But yeah, I hope you guys like this cliffhanger, and understand I'm not going to follow the same narrative of the Naruto story. It gets boring. If you look at all my stories, they get boring. So I'm going to follow my own brand new narrative upon how this is going to go, okay guys? So I hope you like this. But as always guys, still please 102 million% take care of all your guys' selves, because your lives matter, okay guys? And from Dr. Kahu, I'm not going to downgrade no one, but from my personal preference, all lives matters, not just human lives, animals, plant life, everything, even the life of this planet should be cherished, as a whole, as a society. But yeah, I've talked enough BS guys. This is Dr. Kahu saying peace.